Om Sri Lakshmi Narsimhaya Namaha. Valmiki Ramayana, Balakanda, Chapter 32. The story of the four sons of Kusha. Summary. Sage Vishwamitra starts to narrate Kusha's legend. Vishwamitra is the offspring of Kusha's dynasty. Brahma gives boon to Kusha to beget four sons, and one among them is Kushanabha. Kushanabha begets 100 daughters of excellent beauty. When Vayu, air god, cherishes them all, those girls refuse him, as they prefer an arranged marriage by their father. Then air god, in his anger, disfigures them all. Chapter 32 in detail. Once there was a highly righteous king sage, who is the brainchild of Brahma, whose asceticism is of highest order, who has never flouted the rules of rituals or his vows, and who revered the knower of virtue by named Kusha. That sage Vishwamitra commenced narration. That great-souled Kusha got four identical and mighty sons, namely Kusumba, Kushanabha, Asturdharajasa, and also Adrutarajasa, and Vasu through the princess of Vidarbha, which princess is of noble birth and an eligible wife of Kusha. With an aspiration that his sons shall uphold the principles of Kshatriya, Kusha spoke to them who are brilliant, highly enthusiastic, virtue-abiding, and the advocators of truth, saying, "Establish your rulership, sons, and achieve righteousness abundantly." On hearing the words of Kusha, those four sons that are the formidable ones in the world and the best men among people initiated to build four cities. Great resplendent Kushanabha built a city named Kaushambhi for his part, and for his part the virtue-souled Kushanabha built a city named Mahodaya. O Rama, noble-minded Asturdharajasa built a city named Dharmaranya, and King Vasu built a city in the name of Girivraraja. This land on which we are presently staying is known as the land of virtue-souled Vasu, all around which these five best mountains are standing high. This charming river that enters and exits Magadha province is well known as the worthy river Magadhi, and flowing amid the five of these elevated mountains, it shines forth like a garland of encircling them. This Magadhi is that river which pertains to the developmental works of the great-souled King Vasu, and O Rama, flowing towards east to its confluence in Ganga, this river garlands best farmlands and their crops on its way. The virtue-souled king, Saint Kushanabha, gave birth to 100 daughters with unexcelled beauty through a celestial female called Grityachi. Those girls, when attained youthfulness, they are lovely, and on an occasion they have gone to gardens and moved there about like one lightning with 100 streaks during rainy season. And while those girls that are decorated with select ornaments are singing, dancing, and playing musical instruments, they got into a fantastic felicity. On their coming to parklands, those girls whose all limbs are pretty and whose looks are unparalleled on earth, they looked like stars amid clouds within the cloudy thicket of garden bushes. On seeing them, who are flourishing with all their aspect towards with comeliness and ripeness, the all-pervading air god Vayu spoke this word to them: "I have a desire for you all, hence, living off the notion pertaining to human beings, you all become my wives. Thereby you too will acquire longevity like divinities." Teenage is always transitory, expressly in humans, but on marrying me you will achieve undiminished youthfulness, and forever you can be youthful like immortal females. Thus air god said to those girls. On hearing the proposal of Vayu, the air god, whose attempts are unimpeded, then those 100 girls spoke this sentence laughing of his proposal. We are aware that you in spirit all the living beings from inside, O the ablest divinity. We are also aware of your uniqueness, but what for you are dishonoring all of us? We are the daughters of Kushanaba, O best divinity, and we are all capable of displacing you from your kingdom. But, O God, we are controlling ourselves in doing so only to conserve our aesthetic values. The time shall never come, O God, with dirty thinking, when we at our liberty may look up for our grooms overlooking our truthful Father. Our Father is indeed our Lord, and for us he is the ultimate God too. To whomever we are offered by our Father in marriage, he alone becomes our husband. So said 100 girls to air god. On hearing the sentence of rejection, Vayu, the air god, whose impact is powerful, very angrily entered into all of the limbs of those girls only to disfigure them. Those girls whom air god disfigured in that way have entered the palace chambers of the king, but they have entered shyly, embarrassed, and tearfully. That king, on seeing his dear and attractive daughters as disfigured and despondent girls, he is highly confused and said this, O daughters, what all is this? Who disregarded probity? Who disfigured you all? Let it be said. Why you gesticulate, saying nothing? Asking thus, that king grieved and quietened down, waiting for a reply. Thus sage Vishwamitra concluded his narration. Thus, this is the 32nd chapter in Balakanda of Valmiki Ramayana, the first epic poem of India. Sri Moola Rama Vijayate. Om Sri Krishnarpanamastu.